Hello, my name is Kix, and welcome to race 4 of my Formula 1 career. It's race 4 in 2011. It is time for Turkey. Webber wins at Shanghai. For fans, a Formula 1 race weekend is always an exciting prospect, and the race at Shanghai was no exception. In a hotly contested race, Mark Webber was able to make use of a good strategy and take the checkered flag. Sutil leaves Kix trailing. It is sometimes said that drivers put too much time and energy into beating their teammates, but if you cannot beat the guy in almost equal machinery, why would anyone assume you can outrace the competition? Force India's Adrian Sutil will go into the next Grand Prix knowing he managed to finish ahead of his teammate. These victories at the end of the season can have an impact in negotiations of contracts. We're 15th in the championship. Our target is 17th. Top 10 finishes 0. Objectives failed 2. Race 4. Istanbul for the 2011 Formula 1 DHL Turkish Grand Prix. Email. 16th place in qualifying is the target and 13th place in the race. And here we are in Q2. Going into Rich Mix as we're about to start our flying lap. We have a screen freeze, so let's just pause until we think the freeze is gone, and there we go. Q2 flying lap starts now. Come on, Alguersuari, blue flag. As a car spins ahead.
We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying.
I don't know who that was, but they span on their flying lap and nearly hit us as they were spinning. Seems there's more cars getting held up by other cars ignoring blue flags. Come on, blue flag. As I take the final penalty. What the, how the hell is that a penalty for me? I didn't even do anything. I took the racing line on my flying lap. And because I got a penalty during that lap time did not count, so I have to go for another lap. And I get a 10 place penalty. So wherever I finish, I start 10 places further back. Who was that? Was that Maldonado? I think that was Maldonado. Our teammate Sutil is in 16th. We're going to try and get a better lap at least than Sutil. Hopefully we can get into the top 10.
Seconds left in the session.
I have another screen freeze. As we go into the final 3 corners. Is our lap time going to be good enough? it's P16, which means we will be starting from P24. After Maldonado hit us while we were on a flying lap. So now it's time for the race. Webber starts on pole position. Our teammate Sutil in 16th. And we start in 24th. It's lights out and away we go. We get a good start on Glock and Qualification. As we move to the outside, we hit D'Ambrosio. We get a little bit of damage, I think. But it should be fine. And we now try and move to the outside at turn 3. It's not gonna work. And now down the inside at turn 4, nearly hitting Barrichello. And next up is our teammate Sutil in P19. As the cars ahead go 3 wide, we overtake Sutil and Barrichello. No, we already overtook Barrichello, we overtake Sutil. And next up is Kovalainen. Gonna make a move down the outside as once again the cars ahead go 3 wide. And we get the move done on the inside here. We got Kobayashi next. I'm catching up on this straight as I get slipstream. And once again down the outside I have to avoid Maldonado. As we nearly touch again, Maldonado. We do touch that time. Maldonado, Kobayashi. And around the outside of the final corner, Kobayashi is gonna not make a move.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. You've lost some front-end grip.
Now Maldonado is fighting Petrov ahead. Too far back there to make a move. But I can go down the inside on Maldonado. And then down the inside here, not quite on Petrov. But after starting in P24, we're now up to P14. And there's a chance of some points here, but Maldonado makes his way back past us once again. The cars ahead are 3 wide. As me and Maldonado touch again. Slipstream on Maldonado. Once again, cars ahead 3 wide, and I have to avoid Petrov. Then up the inside, Maldonado touches me again. Maldonado stays ahead.
DRS is now enabled.
Now try around the outside of turn 1. Maldonado makes a defensive move. A bit late. That could have been a crash. And there's a collision between me and Kobayashi there. I managed to keep the place. And Suited is right behind Kobayashi. Now Maldonado and Petrov look pretty close. Is anyone gonna make a move? It looks like Maldonado thought about it. After going a bit wide, Kobayashi tried to make a move, but Sutil gets the move done with his DRS. And we're going to try and go around the outside. Sutil keeps the place. We go down the inside of the penultimate corner and we touch wheels with our teammate. But we go around the outside of the final corner and keep the place as Webber sets the fastest lap.
Just put up a new fastest lap.
And Petrov, the Schumacher and Petrov are pretty close. They look like they're going to fight for the next few corners. As we're now catching up to Maldonado and breaking that apex cone. And now we enter Rich Mix to try and catch up faster. And Sutil is right on our gearbox. Looks like there was a attempted move up ahead, but nothing happening. No change of position yet. Though they're going too wide.
Lapping faster and
Too wide up ahead.
advantage to pass the car ahead.
And going slowly, I managed to get out on the outside of Maldonado.
To use DRS to get
On the final corner, the inside. Outside on the penultimate corner, inside on the final corner. Now Maldonado's going to have a look down the inside, is he? Not quite. And next up is Petrov. Catching up quite quickly. Go a bit wide around turn 8 there. That's going to allow Maldonado back past, is it? No. It's not quite, but he's going to go down the... He's going to try down the inside, but fail. But he's going to have DRS here. And he should breeze past. Which he doesn't. And now we can maybe try and go on Petrov around turn 1. Not quite. Not quite enough space to try down the inside there as we touch. We hit the back of Petrov and then sweep around the outside. He keeps the inside. But we managed to keep the place up into P13. Lap 8 now, we've already done our pit stop. Next up is on lap 18 as Buemi is right behind us and we're going for a move on Perez as we knock that apex cone outside of the penultimate corner, turns into the inside at the final corner, and we're side by side as we cross the line for lap 9. And we get the move done at the inside of turn 1. No, Perez switches back and retakes P11.
Buemi's just put up the fastest lap of the race.
As we go round the inside and then the outside there. Up into P11 we go, and next up is Heidfeld. And Perez is getting a slipstream. He's not going to try and make a move though. He should go deep. Go into turn 9. Now Perez gets the move done and is going to have DRS. But he has DRS, but we have the slipstream. And we're going to go right back round the outside and retake P11. Going deep into turn 1 to try and scare Heidfeld into maybe a mistake. As Perez tries to move around the outside, but that didn't quite work. And there's a train of cars ahead. About 6 cars ahead, being held up by a Ferrari, I think that is, and 2 cars behind. So it's a 9-car battle. We've got Alguersuari, Schumacher, Petrov, I think, Heidfeld, Perez, me, and another car catching up. So we can try and go down the inside of Heidfeld, we get the move done, and then we're into the top 10, and can we get around the outside of Schumacher? And Alguersuari, and we hit Rosberg, so I managed to push him back so he didn't quite spin.
Vettel just posted the fastest lap of the race.
And we're up into P8 there. If we try round the outside of Rosberg at turn 1, not quite. Go deep here, and Alguersuari gets back past, but we go back down the inside and retake P8. Alguersuari is going to have a look down the outside, and he's going to have DRS. He has it open around the corner, and we nearly touch. And now Heidfeld is going to get back past, then into the braking zone. I'm going to swoop around the outside of them both into the inside. We touch with Alguersuari twice,
You're matching race pace.
and we managed to keep P8.
Looking at the figures, we think that Rosberg will be stopping in 3 laps' time.
And it is indeed a Ferrari
Just put in a new fastest lap.
that's holding everyone up. on to lap 14. Still in P8. Getting up to some lapped cars now.
Alguersuari just behind you.
And we spin, and that's our wing gone.
Okay, back to the pits. Back to the pits. We've lost the front wing.
So we are going to have to replace this wing.
To find some speed. The car behind is closing in.
Yeah, the car behind is closing again because we've got no wing mate.
Looks like Maldonado will be pitting within the next 3 laps.
And so we enter lap 22 now after making that pit stop. We've been on these tyres since lap 14 when we had to box due to front wing damage. We're back into P9 and Schumacher ahead, Perez behind. And Perez tries to go down the inside here. We stick around the outside and keep place. And we stay in P9.
Petrog's lapping faster than anyone else right now. He's just put in a new fastest lap.
There are 4 cars catching up behind as we lead the train. This is a 5-car battle for P9, so 2 of us will finish in the points and 3 of us will not. As Perez is right on my gearbox, he doesn't make a move into this corner. And the other cars behind are really catching up now. And Perez is going to have DRS and he's just going to sail past. And I'm going to try around the outside again. Which shows into the inside at the penultimate corner. And then I keep the place.
Fastest man on the track at the moment.
And all 4 cars have now caught up. This could be an interesting battle. As Perez once again gets by
Faster than the car ahead.
with DRS, and we have to avoid the collision there. We go onto the marbles and inside at the penultimate corner we just touch Perez.
To the racing line.
Inside final corner, Perez keeps the place. We've got Alguersuari behind us now. And now we've got the slipstream into turn 1. And we're going to make a move around the outside. But Perez manages to keep the place. And we're going to have another look into turn 3. Down the inside. Perez gives us plenty of room, which that turns into the outside at turn 4 as we go wide. So we managed to get the place. And Perez is looking around the outside, but not much going on there. go wide around turn 8 and Perez gets back past. But now I got the slipstream. I'm going to try around the outside, but it's not going to work there. And Perez is just going to drive off into the sunset. Although I do have DRS, I can try and make a move. As we hit Perez, I'm surprised neither of us took any major damage there. That was a big impact. And Perez is going to sail away. And so it's now a 4-car battle for P10. So one of us is going to finish in the point, and 3 of us are not. Actually, no, it's now a 5-car battle for P10, as another car has joined this train. We're still hopeful of catching up to Perez, but these tyres are gone. We've been on these tyres for 12 laps now. Alguersuari is going to have DRS here, and he's going to not go past. And now we go around the final corner to begin the penultimate lap.
We've only got a few laps left to pass this guy, so if you're going to do it, it needs to be soon.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be done, mate. We are really struggling for grip now. It's going to be difficult to keep the cars behind.
Up your pace, the car behind catching you.
Yes, but as you can tell, engineer, my tyres are gone. Bono, my tyres are gone. Actually, this isn't the penultimate lap. The next lap's the penultimate lap. There are 29 laps, not 28. As the cars behind us look extremely close, and now they're going to have DRS. They should be able to breeze past. Has got one. Nope. They're not that brave. They're not going for it. As we spin at the penultimate corner, and now we go to begin the penultimate lap. These tyres are gone, but I don't want to box. I'm still hopeful of finishing in the top 10. If the cars ahead could slow it to the down, that would be nice.
Kobayashi is around 5 seconds ahead of you. 5 seconds ahead.
And how far behind is Maldonado? 13 seconds. And now we go into rich mix to see if we can try and catch the cars ahead. But they're pulling away. As I nearly spin again. And now we begin the final lap. We go back into standard as I don't believe we're going to be able to catch the cars ahead. Maldonado is catching. And we spin again and we hit the polyester Pirelli advertising. Now it's all about trying to keep Maldonado behind us, as he's about a second away now.
You need to find some speed. The car behind is closing in.
Yes, but it's difficult to engineer when, you know, the tyres are gone, as Sebastian Vettel wins the Turkish Grand Prix. We struggle around turn 8, and that's going to let Maldonado through. No, it's not.
Okay, looks like you've picked up a puncture on the
We've got a puncture.
pit.
Rear left puncture on the final lap. So just like in China, we get a puncture. And what's at the front right has gone as well. Just like in China, we get 2 punctures at the same time. It's another double puncture. As we go round the penultimate corner and we spin again. We get the car facing the right way again. And we become the first driver ever to finish a race with 2 wheels. We finished P15. So Vettel won, followed by Alonso, Webber, Button, Hamilton, Massa, Rosberg, Schumacher, Perez, Alguersuari, Heidfeld, Petrov, Kobayashi, Maldonado, Kicks, Barrichello, Sutil, Buemi, Luzzi, Glock, Kovalainen, Karthikeyan, Trulli and D'Ambrosio. The Drivers' Championship sees Alonso followed by Webber, Vettel, Rosberg, Button, Hamilton, Heidfeld, Massa, Schumacher, Petrov, Kobayashi, Perez, Alguersuari, Sutil, Kicks, Buemi, Barrichello, Maldonado, Kovalainen, Luzzi, D'Ambrosio, Trulli, Karthikeyan and Glock. And the Constructors sees Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Lotus, Renault, Sauber, Toro Rosso, Force India and Williams, Lotus, HRT and Virgin all have no points. I have been Kicks. I will see you for the next race, 2011 Spain. Goodbye.